I'm Charlotte Christensen. I go to the University of Bristol and I'm studying animal behaviour, and I've been going to kickboxing for the last 4 years at the Kickboxing Society of Bristol. Kickboxing is a form of martial art which combines karate with sort of Western boxing, so there's boxing as well as kicking going on, and it's got a whole set of rules. For instance, don't kick below the belt, especially if you're fighting a guy, don't kick below the belt. You have different forms of kickboxing, so there's point sparring, where you're facing your opponent, you're sparring, and each time you manage to make contact with the opponent, you get a point. Or there's continuous, which just goes on for a minute or 2 minutes, and you just collect points as you go. I think I joined kind of for the hell of it and then started appreciating it more and more as I went along. I think the first session I went to was very high in just fitness, just lots of push-ups and running around and boxing, and I remember coming out of it and thinking, never again. And then a week later I'd forgotten how intense it was and I was back again, and yeah, 4 years later, still going every week. Typical kickboxing session would look something like between half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe shorter, but it feels like 40 minutes of fitness, of doing drills, so push-ups, burpees, sit-ups, squat jumps, all of those fun things. So you really get your heart rate going. There's a lot of power building. Then we have a bit of a cool down, stretching, and then we'll do some moves, some technical moves. So usually we do pad work, so you learn how to like throw a punch properly, do the kicks, sort of break them down so that you understand each element. And then at the end of the session, optionally, people who are more experienced or would just like to have a go can do some sparring, so that is when you actually fight a real person that punches back as opposed to just punching a punch bag, which is relatively safe. I think there's an stereotype about people who do martial arts, maybe not in all circles, but I guess you would think of sort of aggressive people that have anger management problems, so they need to go and like, you know, punch it out. But actually it's a very controlled environment to sort of train and blow off some steam. And yeah, I think like if anything, it's more important to be composed and friendly and realize that it's about a sport, like it's an art almost. Competition-wise, we've got several small competitions, usually just within our little group, just for people to get a chance to try their skills. But then there's bigger competitions that are organised in Bath once or twice a year, which we usually go to with the whole group. I haven't myself participated yet, but it is my aim for next year to give it a go. And yeah, that's a lot of fun, and it really gives people something to work towards, I guess, during the training. If you know you'll be sort of representing your university, fighting in the ring, all the lights, the crowd, the blood, the sweat, the tears.